Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Shahbaz Gill to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Shahbaz Gill's words. Today's news begins with a pleasant development. Arshad Nadeem has won another gold medal for Pakistan. Yes, in the Asian Athletics Championship, Arshad Nadeem secured another gold medal for Pakistan in the javelin throw. Previously, Arshad Nadeem had also won a gold medal for Pakistan in the Olympics. Congratulations to everyone on this victory. At a time when the atmosphere is unfortunately clouded with doom and gloom, whether you look at the economy, rising unemployment, the inability of 67,000 pilgrims to go on Hajj, the decline in our cricket, or the fact that globally we are now ranked second in terrorism after Burkina Faso and third from the bottom in terms of security situation worldwide. And on top of that, we are ranked number one globally for hepatitis. Amid all this win is a breath of fresh air. We should be thankful for it. Let's appreciate this one positive news item. Otherwise, we are stuck dealing with field marshal rankings. On one hand, India has blocked our water. On the other, entire towns in Balochistan are now falling under control of insurgents. Let's now move to the next news story, and yes, it's again from Balochistan. You may remember that terrorists had taken control of the city of Surab for several hours. In our last vlog, since the story was still developing and was breaking news, we provided you with only initial information. But now, new footage and information have emerged that will leave you stunned regarding the direction in which Balochistan is heading. Yesterday, it all happened in Surab, and the situation continued through this morning. The terrorists maintained their control of the city for nearly 15 to 20 hours. But today, in the cities of Kalat, Kudabadan and Karan, terrorists attacked police and security forces from late last night until midday, resulting in multiple deaths and martyrdoms. This indicates that what started in Surab has now spread to nearby towns and cities. The terrorists sustained their attacks on security forces for almost 20 to 24 hours. From Surab, extremely distressing reports have surfaced. Not only did the terrorists take control of the city, we had already told you this, but the deputy commissioner and the additional deputy commissioner were killed. They were martyred. The bank was seized, police stations were burned down. We had already reported all of that. What is even more alarming now is the footage emerging from Surab. You can see shocking scenes. The so-called terrorists or extremists, armed and occupying the city, are not being resisted by the citizens. Rather, citizens are gathering around them, cheering them, chanting slogans with them, taking selfies, clapping and expressing affection towards them. This is crucial to note. The media portrays an entirely different picture, suggesting that the people of Balochistan are fed up with these terrorists and look to security forces for salvation. We're told that only about 1,500 miscreants exist in all of Balochistan. Even our field marshal said, "What can these 1,500 people do? We'll crush them." But the reality unfolding on the ground appears completely different. These armed men are mingling freely with the people. This is not something to celebrate, it is something to worry about. I'm not celebrating this situation, I'm only trying to show you how we are being fed lies and how the truth is far more complicated. These so-called terrorists, extremists, whatever you call them, clearly have some level of support or connection with the people. Either that support is growing or it was always there and we were never told. The public does not seem to feel threatened by them. They are taking photos, celebrating with them. In contrast, there is no such visible emotional support from the people for security forces in any recent operation, at least not from the footage we've seen. Now, some of you may get emotional and say, "This is terrible, we should crush them harder, use more force." But that's not the solution. The more force you use, the more you push people away. What's needed here is wisdom, political sense, understanding, strategy, not brute force. If the people are already leaning towards the other side, pushing harder will just drive them further away. We need to strategize carefully on how to win the people back. Today, PM Shahbaz Sharif visited Quetta. Let's keep in mind, he is from Punjab. I am also from Punjab, so I can say this. A Punjabi Prime Minister needs to be especially careful and sensitive in such a situation. Our Field Marshal is also from Punjab. Shahbaz Sharif is from Punjab, but the fire is burning in Balochistan. The need right now is for a very delicate and thoughtful approach. Yet, instead of addressing the grievances of the people in Balochistan, Shahbaz Sharif stood there and praised the Field Marshal, insisting he fully deserved the new rank and had shown great bravery in this war. What's difficult to understand is this. In the military, many titles and awards have been handed out before. Why is it that this particular Field Marshal title needs to be explained and defended everywhere at every turn? Shahbaz Sharif has to justify it wherever he goes. It's become a kind of burden, a never-ending explanation. If this title was earned through great effort and victory, why the need to constantly defend it? Move on, demand new achievements, address the current crisis. Despite the takeovers in Surab and other cities, despite the civilian casualties, we keep broadcasting the same narrative. We are victorious. We won the 4-day war, we defeated India. Meanwhile, the influence and strength of the terrorists is visibly growing in Balochistan. We showed you a clear example from Surab. But as I said, Shahbaz Sharif is not focused on how to handle all this. His attention is on how to justify and defend the Field Marshal's new rank. Let's move on to the next news item, which is also related. India has now effectively blocked Pakistan's water, at least in the Chenab River. I say effectively because a small amount might still be flowing, but downstream of Hedmarala, the water flow is 0 cusecs, meaning the river is practically dry after that point. Within 2 days, the water level at Hedmarala has dropped by 91,000 cusecs. Previously, we told you about 54,000 cusecs being stopped. Now it's 91,000. But what are we doing? As I mentioned earlier, instead of addressing this, we're focused on telling people how valuable and well-earned the Field Marshal rank was, and how we've won the war against India, even though our water is blocked and our districts are falling into insurgent hands. Final news from Balochistan again, this one about a statement from Chief Minister Sarfraz Bugti. He's now asking the terrorists to provide their own lists. Yes, the same people we were told were just 1,500 in number. Bugti has publicly asked the insurgents, since we haven't been able to identify you, can you please provide us your lists of fighters? This is absurd. Are they crazy or is he? What terrorist organization in the world will hand over a list of its members? These lists should have already been in the hands of your intelligence agencies. Instead, you're asking them to hand them over? We used to think only the PML-N lacked sense and competence, but it seems others are now competing to outdo them in incompetence. The next news we bring to you is about a recent interview of Rana Sanalla conducted by Musharraf Butt for ARY News. In this interview, Rana Sanalla openly declared that Dr. Qadeer Khan is not a hero of Pakistan. Yes, you heard correctly, I'm not misrepresenting anything. Rana Sanalla said that Dr. Qadeer is not Pakistan's hero. What exactly did he say? Listen, can he be called a hero? No, he cannot be called a hero. If anyone is to be called the hero of Pakistan's nuclear power, then it's Nawaz Sharif. And if anyone initiated the nuclear program, it was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. The scientists cannot be declared heroes. You heard it. Rana Sanalla is publicly stating that Nawaz Sharif is the real hero of Pakistan's nuclear program. If you must give some minor credit, he says, give it to Bhutto. But the person who made the bomb, exploded the bomb, and did everything was Nawaz Sharif. According to him, scientists cannot be called heroes. This is possibly the only country in the world where scientists aren't regarded as national heroes. India, on the other hand, made its atomic scientist the president. He served as their head of state. In contrast, Rana Sanalla says, we cannot call ours heroes. Mashallah, he's thoroughly proving that not only is he not well educated, but he also doesn't even try. Anyway, let's move forward. This kind of statement is not new from Rana Sanalla. He has made similar remarks before. He also said that Imran Khan will not be out for at least 2 to 3 years. Some cases have already resulted in convictions. and others will as well. He added that Imran Khan has the ability to provoke his opponents, meaning that he makes his opponents so agitated that they go to all lengths to oppose him. He cited Justice Qazi Fayez Issa, saying that Khan pushed him to the limit, and when Issa got the chance, he retaliated. He also hinted the same about the Field Marshal, saying that Imran Khan made things so difficult for him that the Field Marshal is now doing everything he can in return. In short, Rana Sanaullah is suggesting that Imran Khan will not be released for the next 2 to 3 years, and we will continue enjoying power. He is also justifying Qazi Fayez Issa's actions, saying Khan pushed him too far, hence the retaliation. Let's recall what happened. Qazi Fayez Issa had a reference filed against him through a lawyer presented to the government. When it came before the government, what else could they do if corruption allegations were raised? They forwarded it for investigation. It was the Field Marshal's department handling everything, then and now. But now, Rana Sanaullah conveniently blames everything on Imran Khan. The Field Marshal, he claims, was only transferred from the DG ISI position to Corps Commander Gujranwala, a normal career move. But Rana Sanaullah presents it as if it were a grave injustice, implying that the Field Marshal will not rest until he gets revenge. Now, quickly moving to Imran Khan's court appearance from today. We saved this story for last so we could discuss it in detail. It's also linked to the Sialkot by-election, which we'll talk about too. Imran Khan appeared in court today from jail. Details of the hearing will be covered in tomorrow morning's vlog. But for now, here's what he said. We've been pushed against the wall. We'll now have to launch a protest movement. He said this time, they won't call people to Islamabad as bullets are fired there. Instead, they will protest in every city, everywhere. He said, I will lead the protests myself from jail. We'll carry out large-scale protests in every city. This situation cannot continue as it is. He also gave an update about the Sialkot by-election, where multiple media reports have emerged. Screenshots and voice notes show that pre-stamped ballot papers in favor of PML-N have already been sent out. Rigging preparations are complete. Imran Khan also tweeted about this, emphasizing repeatedly the issue of Form 45, used to record and report election results, saying that ballot tampering and rigging is ongoing. The establishment is feeding news to journalists through anonymous sources, regardless of the impact on their own credibility or public assessment. Many journalists blindly report whatever they're told. If you've been listening to me for 15 to 20 minutes, you've invested your most valuable resource, your time. So it's my responsibility not to play with your emotions, create false suspense, or pull stunts for engagement, especially if I believe the information is not accurate. That's why I always choose to be cautious and honest, even though I'm associated with a political party. Now again, some friends are repeating the claim Imran Khan is about to be released. They say Chaudhry Sahib is upset with Khan over a recent statement. But what is this? A mother-in-law relationship? Think back. When Chaudhry Sahib made a deal with Nawaz Sharif and Mariam Nawaz, they used to stand on stage and hurl abuses at them. Back then, no one got upset. In fact, the deal kept advancing. So, yes, instability is in Pakistan, the economy is collapsing, but no one cares about that. Their only concern is holding on to power. Since they don't feel threatened right now, they have no intention of releasing Imran Khan. Where do these rumors come from? As I said, some come from informants, touts, and others are spread by well-meaning but immature journalists who get manipulated by false information and pass it along without verifying it. That wraps up our translation of Shahbaz Gill's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.